Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins, along with my brother Brent, we're going over incredible videos just into Third Phase of Moon, and we're going to be also sharing an exclusive, The Drop, Battle for Disclosure, the documentary. It's going to be released 12/10/2024, but let's get to this first. A commercial airliner in close proximity, maybe a near collision over California, and we're looking at it right now. A UFO, obviously, next to this commercial airliner. We're looking at something extraordinarily dangerous, or maybe something observing the commercial airliner. I'm not exactly sure, but this is intense.
Yeah, Blake, this is some pretty badass footage. Look at that. It almost clips the airliner right there. Is this some sort of video proof of a near air collision with a commercial airliner and a UFO? That's up for people to decide. We could disseminate this video all night, but we got so many UFO videos coming up, it's off the hook. So again, what do you think this thing is? We're not seeing no wings on this craft as it just basically traverses right by this commercial airliner.
All I gotta say is, dang, this is crazy stuff coming in, and we're sharing it with you right now on Third Phase of Moon, and we've got a lot of videos coming up. So is this some kind of secret Space Force technology, something within an asset of a private corporation, or is it something not of this earth? That's what we want to know, and that's what we're here to find out. And like I said, we've got a lot of UFO videos, so let's just roll the next one and give us a big thumbs up for this live premiere. Let's do it. So we have some information behind this video, and we're going to get some close-up enhancements of what apparently is a flying disc, a flying saucer, something unknown in Egypt. And a family kind of takes shelter from the rain inside their car and sees this outside their window. Apparently, we're going to dissect this a little bit, but I'm not exactly sure. Is this some kind of maybe reflection from within the car? Actually, we're looking at this a little closer. I'm seeing that whatever this object is, as after we do some enhancements here, we're doing some brightness contrast, and we're giving it all we got just to enhance this. And it almost looks metallic. The one to the lower right gives a shape and dimension. This looks like some kind of craft up in the sky, Brian.
Yeah, I like what I'm seeing, especially the way he pulled out, and then he could see this object up in the sky, and then he kind of gives this kind of perspective on this thing. Seems to be some place off in the distance. I'm saying quite a bit, and this thing would be massive if this is indeed just hovering in the sky about maybe 100 yards out. What we're looking at is, could it possibly be maybe a lens reflection? But when he zooms in, it doesn't react like normal lens flares react under that action of camera motion.
Yeah, and I'm looking at it even closer, and I'm seeing that the windshield wiper, if that's what it is, it's in front of this craft. And if this were a reflection, this thing would still remain there. And I'm thinking this is up there in the sky. So it's interesting stuff. Family in Egypt captures something that's quite amazing. It's not the first time that we have submissions coming in from that region. And if you're watching from Egypt or Africa right now, just give us a big thumbs up, okay? This is interesting stuff, Brent.
Oh, that's for sure. We're looking at this. Again, I'm more leaning that this thing's a craft hovering in the sky, and it's just out there in a weather storm in Egypt, and it just stays stationary. This wouldn't be like some sort of typical show where they're just going to throw up a drone and have this thing stay out there. This is under controlled conditions, under something not of this world, in my opinion.
And we're looking at more things, maybe not of this world. Recently, Casper Sight shared our video on his channel with regards to UFOs entering and exiting the sun. We received this from Slovakia, and this was captured on a Nikon just this week. And people are going to be scratching their heads. Are there like UFOs entering and exiting the sun? This is incredible footage, once again proving that the phenomenon is real. The question is, what exactly are we looking at? Is this some kind of asteroid zooming between the sun and Earth, and we're looking at it traverse maybe in between, or is it something actually going into the sun? I don't know. It's hard to prove, but what we can say is that this video is 100% authentic. It came into our Instagram. We spoke to the person who shot it, and we're looking at something amazing.
Yeah, this is great because we've been breaking this news for years now, and now we're seeing more video evidence of the exact same phenomenon. Did you just see that? What I like about this, we're breaking it down. We're showing multiple craft. Basically, in my opinion, it looks like it's entering the sun and exiting the sun, or it could be maybe something in front of it and it's creating this distortion. But again, people are saying that these are possible planes. This one that we get the close-up on, that you see enter on the top right and exit on the left, and then it just disappears out of plain sight. This is impressive and some of the best footage I've ever seen of this a phenomenon, especially the angle and the degree of how fast this thing just approaches the sun and exits at the same time.
Impressive video coming in. And Brian, I have to agree. And some people, again, might disagree, and that's great. But I don't think this is an airplane, Brian. And it is incredible. Could you imagine an interstellar craft, not of our solar system, coming to our star, the sun, to harness energy? Well, this is a big question. But as we look at this in a very close enhancement, you see this plasmic trail that just is being left behind, whatever this craft is. And it is something that maybe NASA should be telling us what the heck is going on and give us some answers. And maybe Avi Loeb, hey Avi, check this footage out. And if you know Avi, we know him too, but hey, look, just share this link with him and ask him what's up with this, because we want to get answers from it. Now, we're looking at something, a few photos that has just come into us again. It's kind of breaking news this episode tonight, Friday night. We're looking at something that obviously resembles the infamous TR-3B, and we're going to be enhancing these photos. Hopefully there's some video that comes up in the few days from now, but this is what we've got right now. And apparently there is some video of this very, very close encounter. And we've had our encounter with the TR-3B in pretty much close proximity to this. It was just like 150 feet above us, and it was football stadium size. It was just incredible, and it looked exactly like this. Brian, do you see any manipulation in these photographs?
Definitely, I'm looking at every aspect about it, and I think everybody's going to agree in the chat that this is authentic photos or video at the same time. We're not seeing any manipulation in the photos or video itself. Everything we're seeing is captured within the camera. Yeah, it'd be really cool to see the actual video of this happening in the event and the excitement of somebody capturing this. The reflections of light and everything, it seems to match. Could this be somebody creating a prop or something like that and trying to pull a fast one? Let's hope not. But if this is actually legit footage and it's unmanipulated, we're looking at something pretty damn cool.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this with the enhancements. I really got really close around the edges to see if I saw any smudging or whatever, but the refractions of light match up perfectly. So authentic photos, in my opinion. Maybe a hoax, but maybe let's see the video first. Now, more video just in. Watch this.
Straight up, what the fuck is this? What is that? What the fuck?
All right, yeah, people get excited, and it's amazing when you see the phenomenon. And this person had only a moment of time to capture this. And we're looking at something that's interesting. The flying humanoid comes to mind. Are we looking at something that is just mundane, a balloon? I don't know, maybe 100% it could be. We're not saying it's otherworldly, but hey, we want to share these kind of videos too, because there is the phenomenon of the jetpack man or these humanoids, and they're over our neighborhoods and cities all over the planet. So again, I want to get your thoughts, Brent, quickly on this one, and we'll get to the next.
Yeah, people film things in the sky. If you don't know what it is, just pull out the camera and just shoot it, and then we could all decide what it is afterwards and speculate. We're looking at something that is floating. It's an unidentified flying object. Could it be a balloon? Could it be something, an apparition or some sort of new technology? That's always a big question. But we're looking at something just hovering from right to left, and it's just moving straight vertical. There's no oscillation in this thing. It's just really stationary as it just traverses through the sky. I would film this if I saw it.
Yeah, and again, you hear it in the person's reaction. Everybody gets excited about the phenomenon UFOs, especially if you've seen one for the first time. And I know a lot of people watching say they've never seen or had their experience, and they're waiting for it. And trust me, if you keep looking up, it's going to happen. So just have patience. The phenomenon acts in mysterious ways, but you just got to have an open mind, and that's what we're doing here at Third Phase Moon. And we've been working on a lot of projects right now, behind the scenes, pretty much 2 years in the making. It's been a battle to get disclosure to you, and it's been our pleasure to actually fight the fight that nobody's ever seen. It's a battle behind the scenes, like to the very, very, very top, and we can't get into too many details with regards to the drama, the politics behind something that we've just accomplished. And it's quite incredible. And the battle is still going on at this moment, but we really wanted to let you know that the fight is on.
Absolutely. This is just the beginning, and I think we're starting to win some of the battle, and that's what it's all about. This new documentary, Battle for Disclosure, is going to blow everybody away. We're going to share the trailer, but then afterwards we're going to be going over the UFO videos that we all talked about tonight, so stick around for that. And we're going to hang around with the chat, so everybody hang out, because we're just getting started here.
That's right. We dropped Battle for Disclosure just a few moments ago on X, Elon Musk platform. It just blew up. It's crazy. And Dr. Greer, Sean Ryan, you've got Billy Carson, you've got Tim Burchett, whistleblowers. It's just off the hook. And again, 2 years in the making, a big battle. We're going to be the first this year to be dropping the biggest UFO documentary on Amazon, iTunes. Again, buckle up, everybody. It's finally happening once again. And it is my pleasure to bring you the exclusive trailer, Battle for Disclosure. Watch now.
You don't know that at the very top, that whole project is being run illegally.
These are brand new witnesses, and they've got bombshell information to talk about.
These technologies are unsanctioned. They are illegal operations, and this can be proven in any court of law.
It's like, wow, nobody's coming after us. We're gonna do this until we can get away with it.
They would have so much control over everything if they had that.
If this information was all released, it could fall into the wrong hands.
They're using security as a cover for illicit or illegal or even treasonous activities.
The members of Congress didn't have the detailed information of the precise location.
Where they keep the bodies, the craft, the debris, all the evidence that we've been searching for the last 80 years.
He knew how to keep a secret. Secrets were his stock and trade.
They're literally making their own money to fund their own projects.
We have a source currently in the deep black world.
It doesn't matter if you're president of the United States, you're not going to talk about that.
There was this large monolithic slab, looked like it was elevated off of the ground.
It is traumatic.
Look, this is the most top secret shit you've ever heard of.
Twelve 10/2024. Make sure to set your calendar for the biggest documentary of the year. Let me tell you, it's been a vacuum of any kind of UFO documentaries on any platforms, and we're going to be the first with Battle for Disclosure. It's groundbreaking. These eyewitnesses that come forward, and these are military eyewitnesses, not like firsthand, not secondhand experience. or hearsay, like a lot of people that have been testifying before Congress, and they talk a lot of stuff, but they're not walking the walk. These are actually military people that have served our country coming forward with regards to basically, like the guy said, the most craziest top secret shit that you've heard of. So it's pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, when you say, again, these are the whistleblowers, the first-hand eyewitnesses, not second-hand, and that's the most important part. We're there in D.C., National Press Club. We entered Washington, and we're welcomed. Congressman Tim Burchett got us in the office, and he told us all sorts of crazy stuff. You're going to have to see the documentary to see it. Greer was just outstanding because he brought all the players to the table. It was amazing process of creating this. DC Long and all the boys, these whistleblowers, Steven, these guys just knocked it out of the park. And their emotions as they're talking to us, as we're capturing this on camera, is just incredible. These guys are strong guys. They're like military, but when they tell their stories, they break down, and you catch the emotion. Tears were dropped, and this is a true stories. We're seeing this in real time unfold in front of us, and when you see this, everybody's going to see that too.
Yeah, these guys aren't actors. That's 100%. They saw something, and, they got a lot of flack for coming forward. But I got to say, these guys have a lot of guts, a lot of glory. And so does Dr. Stephen Greer for bringing these people to the National Press Club. It was mind-blowing. And Billy Carson lays some amazing statements. Again, Tim Burchett, when we spoke to him, you're going to have to watch the documentary, but we pushed him with some crazy stuff, basically crazy questions that his answers were provocative. But we got Jim Goodall, Sean Ryan, Michael Schratt, all the players. And, it's all leading up to disclosure, in my opinion. But when is it going to happen? It's not going to come from the government. And we pretty much found that out when we're in Washington, D.C. But also the manipulation conspiracy with possible CIA involvement with the major media to sway the whole opinion of UFOs. It's just the major breakdown of what you need to watch right now to be up to date of what's really going on.
Yeah, it's just we're honored to make this documentary, and it was such a privilege to do this. And 12/10/2024 is going to be the day when it drops, and everybody's going to understand that, like you said, like, this is going to be the biggest documentary on the planet. It's going to be streaming everywhere. It's going to be in the UK. It's going to be in Canada and Australia and Japan. Everywhere in the entire planet, like no documentary has ever dropped before.
Yeah, exciting times, and it is amazing to be with you all. And we're going to be going over right now, again, some of the evidence that has just come into Third Phase Moon, because it is about disclosure. That's the bottom line. We're looking for that, and I think you're in the right place. We're going to break it down as it should, and we have for the past basically 15 years now on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. Third Phase of Moon is the place. So let's go over the videos that have just come into Third Phase of Moon. We're going to hang out and just let it roll, and we'll be in the chat. So let's get your comments. You heard our opinions? Now let's hear yours.